Inside out?
Yeah. Not good.
That doesn't sound like fun.
All right, Mother, you're on live.
Oh.
Oh, let's turn on the presenting voice.
Oh, hello. I'm live where?
You're live over here.
It's a side view, right?
Definitely side view. I
Maybe
think
move your thing.
it's fine.
Okay, how's my side view?
Here, I'll turn this off so we don't get banned. All right. Let's get this going. Let's talk.
Who's going to be reading this?
Let's talk about.
Who's going to be reading this computer must can see? Oh.
Is that me?
Mm-mm.
I hope mine is on. Do not disturb.
If you're on YouTube right now, I apologize for the profile. Why are you laughing?
We're live on the Tiki Taki, Mom.
What ticky ticky tack?
The Tiki Taki. Live with my mom on the Tiki Talk. All right. We're recording a live podcast. We're going to try to read all of your comments, but I'll tell you, neither of us can see right now.
Right now, my contact is blurry.
I can't read this at all, but I'll do my best. I'll squint.
Closer to you.
I know it looks really nice right now. You look beautiful. The
Well, then-
blue background, and the shirt, and we got whole 2 viewers up going. And it's really good.
Maybe because there's only it's too far away. You don't care. All right.
Don't care.
Cam doesn't care.
Don't care.
Ready to lube it up?
Oh, this looks great, actually.
What looks great?
Oh, no. I see his arm. Okay, here we go.
Who's arm?
We're good. Yeah, your arm came in for a little bit there. All right. You ready to do this thing?
I am.
You want to set some intentions?
I intend for everyone to be entertained.
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 I intend to connect with you.
It's very sweet.
Yeah. Joseph?
I tend to book this role on television.
Oh my God. Okay, I hope that happens for
Book it, baby.
you.
Let's book it.
I'm gonna book it.
All right. So we're about to record a live podcast recording, or if you're just tuning in, the podcast is called
Sex Talk with My Mom.
Sex Talk with My Mom. That's my mother over there.
I'm the mom.
We're going to be talking everything related to sex, and we'd love your input. We're going to be turning to you guys to help us out.
We talk about other stuff besides
And
sex.
thank you for tuning in. You have a lot of options during the day to what you can watch, and we appreciate you watching this.
And just so you know, it's Cam's birthday tomorrow, so you can all wish him some good cheer. He's
Wish me some good
turning
cheer.
17.
If you want to wish me some good cheer, like that screen, tap that screen.
Yeah, tap the TikTok screen.
Tippy tappy tappy. If you're on YouTube, give us some love in those comments. All right, are we rolling?
You were always wondering how.
Speeding, rolling, everything's going.
You guys
Boom.
we were all wondering how we do this podcast. Well, now you're going to see the inner workings.
Here we go. Welcome to Sex Talk with My Mom. I'm Cam Poter.
And I'm KarenLee Poter.
Mother, it's been so long. I've missed you.
Oh,
I missed you.
I miss you too.
We took a week off of recording because you went and had a whole romp in Florida with your friends.
I would never do that again.
Why not?
It's not worth going somewhere that's across the country for 3 days and then turning back around. I don't know how these people continually do it on a weekly basis.
Well, you were there for 5 days, first of all.
Well, by the time you get there and, it's already that day's gone, and then the day that you're leaving, that day's gone. So there's 3 days in the middle.
Okay, we're starting with the complaints. All right, how was the trip?
Great.
That's it? That's the only anecdote you want to give us from the trip?
I had some funny things that happened.
You want to share one?
Well, one of them was that because I didn't sleep, because there was a time change, my body doesn't react well to time changes.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be a great idea to double down on my medication for sleep.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I started with one drug and went and just tried getting it. I couldn't go to sleep, so I tried another drug, and the next thing you know, I wake up and I am like, my friends thought I was roofied.
You're like The Walking Dead.
It was like drool was coming down from my lips.
So you haven't seen these friends in a while. You show up in Florida to meet them. You take double the dose of your sleeping pills, and then you're out of your mind the next day.
Yeah. And
Not a good move.
we went shopping, and it was.
And then you went shopping?
Yes.
Did you buy shit?
I bought a dress for your sister's wedding.
No. That is not the right mindset.
I don't know. I was just, they put a dress on me, and like literally like I'm holding myself up against a wall.
Not good.
And they put the dress on. I go, okay, I'll buy it. And they're like, no. We're not having you buy the first dress you try on. So they had me try the next dress, and I'm like, okay, I'm buying this one. I bought the second dress.
And are you satisfied with it? Have you looked at it?
So happy.
Oh, you're so happy. That's
So
so
relieved.
wonderful.
I'm not a shopper.
All right. Well, guess what? We're talking about sex today because it's sex talk with my mom, and we're not starting off on any boring ass story
About roofies.
about roofies. Instead, we're starting with the question of the week.
By the way, have you ever heard of anybody that got roofied?
Yeah, of course.
What was their feeling about it?
They felt like completely out of it, like they were extremely intoxicated after having only had one drink.
That's exactly what I felt like when I was shopping for a dress.
That's great, Mom. All right. I kind of want to restart this because I don't think that's a
What?
strong. You think that story is a strong story to start with? Wait,
Yeah.
Joseph, you want to say keep going or start? Keep it going.
He doesn't like stopping and going and stopping and going
He's
and
a
always. You're always coming and going and going and coming and always too soon.
All right. We're full speeding ahead.
If anyone on the talk knows where that line was from, let us know and do that.
All right, we got a question though. If we're gonna keep going, we got more questions coming in from TikTok. Did Mom meet anyone on the trip? Is the question.
Meet anyone?
Yeah. Anyone to
No,
go to
but,
Bone Town
no,
with?
but I did meet somebody. I didn't meet someone in the restaurant. I went to a restaurant where I'll tell the story later.
What?
Apparently there was a celebrity in that restaurant I was at.
What? Give me got it.
Doja Cat.
You saw Doja Cat?
Yeah, but I didn't know anything about Doja Cat.
How did you know it was
I
Doja
heard
Cat?
from my server that Doja Cat was in the house. So I'm like, really? And then
I can only
and I
imagine.
see a couple in a booth, and I have zero idea which one is Doja Cat.
Jesus Christ.
So I asked the server, is Doja Cat a boy or a girl?
Oh my fucking God, Mom. A boy or a girl?
Yeah, so that's who I met.
It's like, is your dog a boy or a girl?
Yeah, I did not actually meet Doja Cat because she was,
Did you go up to her and say, hi, are you a boy or a girl?
well, no, but I mean, she had like, I just saw someone in a hoodie with long eyelashes. I'm assuming that's Doja Cat.
Yeah. The hood was up?
Hood was up.
That's Doja Cat.
You know Doja Cat?
No, but if you're a celebrity, you got the hood up at all times.
Yeah.
You don't want people.
Well,
That's
you're
a
a
very
celebrity.
obvious thing, by the way, because if you go out in public and your hood is fucking up,
Right,
you look odd. Most people
Yeah.
don't have their hoods up
right.
in a restaurant.
Well, I was a little irritated because apparently they saved that booth for her and I wanted to sit there with my boyfriend Deez.
You didn't get the same VIP treatment as
I
Doja
got
Cat.
nothing. Actually, they did
Unbelievable.
bring us a couple glasses of champagne.
It's called a glass of champagne.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, nice.
That's so nice.
Anyway, what's going on in your world?
I want to go to the question of the week.
You don't want to talk about your exciting life?
I will get to that, but I think usually we start with the question of the week, and I think that's a way to start.
All right,
usually.
let's start. But I would like to know something.
Hmm.
How do you feel about turning 34?
I am a little nervous about it.
Why?
I felt because I feel my youth slipping away between my fingers. Start recalling all the. I think what?
You've been an old man since you were born. Okay, you're Pisces. You've never been a very typical boy.
For those just tuning in, I guess my birthday would have been like a couple weeks ago because we're a little ahead on the recording. But yeah, I turn 34 tomorrow, and I start reflecting on the sexual encounters I've had in my life,
How have they been?
the lack thereof,
Oh,
and I start thinking, this is my prime. Another 34 years, my dick might not even go up.
why?
What do you mean, why? It's just-
34 and 34.
Yeah.
Is
68.
68.
Yeah.
It's 68.
I might need a fucking pump to get that thing going.
By then
I've been popping Viagra's.
no, they'll have AI by then. The little
AI?
robot that will come and lift up your dick for you.
I would love a little robot to come lift up my dick
A
for me.
little robot dick.
Anyway, but hopefully 34 will be a year of plenty in terms of wonderful sexual encounters. I think sex really makes the world go round. People love it.
I think you have too much testosterone from all that boxing you're doing.
What do you mean? Why too much? First of all, I'm doing boxing once a week.
Yeah.
Second of all, why?
No, maybe the making very interested in having sex constantly.
Rodney, by the way, is 68. He's tuning in on TikTok. He says, I'm 68 and I can still get it up. Okay, so
there you
you're
go.
giving me hope over here, Rodney. I didn't mean to offend, but may I be more like you when I'm 68 or even 34.
Thank you, Rodney.
Thank you, Rodney. All right, can we go to this question of the fucking week?
I came up with this question.
You did. It's what flavor of sex are you and why? Okay. First of all, how the fuck did you come up with this question? Were you on medication when you came up with this
I
question?
probably was on medication. No, I just thought about like my own sexuality,
Okay.
and I always say I'm vanilla, but I've actually done some pretty wild things.
What kind of wild? What?
In my day, I've done some wild things.
And so, what does that make you?
That makes me like a mint chocolate chip.
A mean chocolate. I was thinking. I almost.
You almost said the same one.
Almost,
That's
but then I didn't
really
really.
odd.
I didn't have a justification for why I'd be a mint chocolate chip. What's your justification?
That sometimes I'm a little bit minty.
Minty. What is minty?
Okay, so minty, it makes it have a little spark to it.
Yeah.
The chocolate is this old standby, but it's good.
Yeah, everyone likes the old standby.
And the chips are crunchy. So
The fuck is so crunchy?
I don't know.
What the fuck is crunchy
Chips,
about your
chips.
sex?
My sex is always crunchy.
Okay. I don't know what that means exactly, but I'll go with it.
And you have a flavor?
Of course,
What?
peanut butter.
You don't even like peanut butter.
I fucking love peanut butter.
Since when do you love peanut butter?
It's one of my favorite flavors in the world. You bring me to peanut butter ice cream, oh my god. It's the best. It's subtle. It's smooth. When you're eating peanut butter, you're experiencing a whole fucking gourmet feast. It's both salty and sweet and fucking full. You feel full afterwards.
Okay. That was a very erotic way of putting it.
It's
but
sweet yet savory. It's the whole package.
Not crunchy?
I wouldn't say it's crunchy peanut butter, no.
No.
I don't know what the crunchy is. I don't know if that's like some dried cum that's in there or what the fuck is that. I don't know what
Where'd
the
you get the FTC in your
FTC for those just tuning in is fucking dried cum. That's my mother's acronym that for some
Where
reason
did
she
you get
came
the
up with.
FTC though?
I don't, because what the fuck else is crunchy in sex?
Do you think that you're more like wound up because of the boxing?
Why do you keep going back to the boxing? What is
I
it?
just feel like you're just
I'm beaming right now.
yeah, you got a lot of extra energy.
A lot of extra energy. I didn't even have any caffeine today.
It could be because you slept 10 hours.
I slept 10 hours because I had a migraine last night. We got a lot of love over here.
Oh, I love that. Keep hitting the screen, hitting the screen.
Keep hitting that screen. Blonde mom, would you get with a college guy like me?
I get asked that a lot. It's like one of the most popular questions I get asked is like, how young is the youngest guy you'd ever date?
I love that this guy is referring to you as the blonde mom. Am I the brunette mom?
Yeah.
The fuck do you need to specify blonde mom? Thank you for all the birthday messages. Thank you for all the love out there.
Oh,
Hello to Oklahoma in the house.
Oklahoma.
So,
Oklahoma when the wind.
that's right, mother. We got a little rose sent to us by Noel. Oh, who is it? Guys, by the way, I'm trying to read the screen, but as a 34-year-old, my eyes are now completely astigmatized, and I can't fucking read the shit that's going on over there.
Blind talk with my mom because I can't see shit either.
All right, aloha
So,
from
thank you for the
Hawaii
rose.
as well. Okay, so I want to hear from you guys. What flavor of sex are you and why? Please hit us up in those comments saying what flavor of sex you are and why that's the case. And if you are just listening to the show, you know you can text us at 310-356.
3920.
That's our text line. You're going to get this fun question of the week every goddamn time. And we'll read let's read some responses. How about that?
Okay.
Andrew says he's bubblegum flavored LMFAO because I popped the bubble. You know what the bubble is?
What?
It's usually the booty.
The bubble is
He's
the
popping the booty. He's fucking
That's
banging
very
the booty
clever,
now.
Andrew. I like that.
Kylie says I'm cookies and cream, missionary, but mix in some BDSM.
See,
Oh, I love-
that's kind of what like chocolate mint chip. Chocolate chip mint. Is it chocolate chip
Mint chocolate chip.
Mint chip. I have a little dyslexia today too.
Yeah.
Mint chocolate chip. That's what I meant.
Well, we got Tom.
Except for the missionary part. No, I'm not into the missionary.
You're not into missionary?
No.
What do you mean no?
It's boring.
It's boring. I didn't know this about you.
Yeah, never.
Never missionary? Are you
Never.
fucking kidding me?
I think it's because I'm with a lazy partner.
You're anti-missionary?
Yeah,
No way.
for a few reasons.
Do you know what missionary is?
What the hell kind of question is that?
It's
Cam?
just the most basic type of sex you can have.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
the
do
foundation. It's the bedrock of sex. You
it.
never
I
do.
don't do it.
You don't do it?
I've done it, but I don't do it.
Why don't you do it?
Because I feel like I'm on Seinfeld right now. What do you mean? Why did I do it? Why did I do it? I don't do it because I'm with a partner that likes it with me on top.
So every time it's you on top?
Pretty much so.
Boring.
Well, that's why I said that's where the chocolate came in.
What is the chocolate? That's the good old fashioned.
The good old fashioned.
When you say chocolate, I start thinking anal and shit.
No.
That's what I'm thinking.
No anal and shit.
That's what I'm thinking.
No. That's not what I meant by the chocolate.
Gives me the burps or something.
That would kind of be grossing me out when you said that. I can't even eat chocolate mint ice cream again.
I had no clue that you were anti-missionary. That's not vanilla of you, mother. Vanilla, missionary is the vanilla, the most vanilla you can
I
get.
know. That's why I say I'm not that vanilla in mint chocolate chip.
There is something minty about that. I love missionary, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You just went on the whole bedrock journey.
Who doesn't like missionary? I've never even heard that. No, who doesn't like missionary? It's the basic. It's the foundation.
It's boring.
Or maybe after you know, however many years of sex you've been
You can't
having.
really do much with your hands when you're missionary.
What do you mean you can't do much with your
Someone's
hands?
stomach is in the way.
This is the truth that's coming out. It's not ideal for the body types going on over here.
Yeah, you gotta fit.
Someone said, Karen, it's the ultimate form of connecting with someone. That's
I'm not saying
that's
I
from
don't like.
Red Car.
I'm not
can't
saying I
even
don't
read this.
like sex. I'm just saying that I don't.
You can't say fucking sex.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I say that's not my preferred position.
Okay, that's fine. Listen. Who's gonna yuck your yum? I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
Well, someone said very appropriate. Can you read that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but Tom wrote. He's bourbon flavored
Bourbon
ice cream.
flavor.
Of course, Tom is bourbon. This is the elder statesman.
Did he say why he's
Yeah, he said he's a balance of vanilla, woody, nutty, caramel, smoky tones with some spice, well aged, of course. The elder statesman Tom.
Elder statesman Tom is so poetic. It's just like he's amazing.
You know, you get a full vision of what his
full
sex is
vision.
like.
It's very fluid.
It's very fluid. I don't think it's so fluid.
Back to the positions that older women can take. So one of my friends just sent me this recently. I thought I'd share it with you.
Okay.
Cougars talk a mean game. By the way, there's a picture of Jennifer Coolidge from like White Lotus, etc.
Uh-huh.
Cougars talk a mean game until you get them in bed, and then they're like, "Ouch, honey, don't push my legs that far back."
Is that true?
Kinda.
Yeah.
It's kinda true.
At what age do you start saying, don't push my legs in that way?
I think the last year or so, I've been like, oh my God, I mean, break completely. You know, first
The
of all,
last year?
in the last year, so
63?
63, you start reevaluating positions.
Do you know my boxing teacher? He's 60 years old. This guy,
As nimble as a candle.
he could beat the fuck out of me. I don't understand how you guys knew the same age.
What does that mean?
Could you try beating the fuck out of me?
No.
This guy all day long is getting beat up by people he's training and beating the shit out of these people.
There's people I know that are my age that can do jujitsu. How do you pronounce it?
Jiu-jitsu?
Jujitsu. Anyway, should we move along? I love that Tom.
We have a male. Guys, if I mess up your name, I'm so sorry.
By the
I
way,
just can't see the screen. So I'm
is-
gonna. It looks like Martin or Mallory is saying lotions make it easier. There was someone earlier who says doggy style will free up the hands.
That's what I was talking about with the hands. You want your hands free.
You want those hands free. What are you doing with the hands? You grabbing shit?
Grabbing toys.
Grabbing
You
toys?
thought about that?
Yeah, I've thought about that. You want me to keep going on reading on these responses?
Yes.
Someone said they like the pretzel position as well. I don't know what the fuck position that is. What flavor of sex are you and why? Colette says, I'm pretty vanilla, but depending on the communication and comfort level I have with my partner, we can definitely spice it up. I've been with some interesting people who prefer role-playing and feet play. I'm happy to play along. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It doesn't sound like you're vanilla either.
Doesn't sound like vanilla. The role-play, I haven't role-played in so long. That is the best type of sex you can have, I think.
What do you role play?
You just start acting as different people. It's fucking very fun.
Like,
You don't do that shit at all, do you?
oh, are you kidding? We always do.
You always are role-playing?
Always.
Always role-playing, never missionary.
Right.
That's mint chocolate chip right there. That's hilarious. What is your go-to role-play?
Usually it's like someone, like, well, there's Dirty D in the porn theater. Anyway, moving on.
Jesus Christ, the dirty D in the porn theater.
JC says, I don't know what that question means. If you mean one of the 5 sweet, salty, sour, bitter umami.
Umami, yeah.
You
Those
know,
are the flavors. You know those flavors?
I've never heard of umami flavored.
Yeah, like umami burger. That's the flavor of meat, basically.
Oh, I would not like that.
Jay says, I'll say umami because umami, KarenLee, is wonderful. What?
That's sweet.
It's sweet?
Yeah. Don't think that's sweet?
That's a hit on for you and a shit on for me, as always. Anyway,
What about the next one?
yeah,
Yours is.
T says, what do you mean by flavor? Lol, I'm a sissy cuckold.
So maybe he should just be something pink.
Pink?
Like
Pink is
peppermint. would be-
peppermint?
or
Little
cocoa.
cotton candy cuckold?
Yeah.
I kind of like that cotton candy flavored ice cream. That's fine. Yvonne says, if we are talking a famous ice cream shop, just call me Love Potion 31. If it had to be, like 31 flavors?
Yeah.
Got it. If it had to be vanilla, better put a little hot sauce on it. I discovered that I love anal sex. I learned how to relax and, of course, discovered lube. Uber lube to save the day. I'm open to try things, and my biggest fantasy right now is to be a sub for one day. I would love to be gently whipped, bruised, and fucked every which way.
Holy shit.
I would also love to have a threesome, but I'm not sure my husband would go for it yet. We're both in our 50s, and he is more like a vanilla with a bit of hot sauce. I'll keep pouring. LOL.
I love our sneaky freaky.
They're sneaky and freaky.
They really are. They write very well. Beautiful.
It is beautiful. Thank you, Yvonne, for letting us know that you are Love Potion 31.
Love potion.
31. Someone, TikToker says, Dr. Pepper is the best flavor.
I never even heard of some of these. I didn't know there's a bourbon flavor. I didn't know there's a Dr. Pepper flavor.
I mean, you can make a flavor of any type of cotton candy. How about Captain Megan, who says she's dried, deep-fried mushroom ice cream. A little intimidating and not something you'd have every day, but definitely something you'd want to try at least once. You also might end up with unexpected first-degree burns if you eat too quickly.
Holy cow, Megan.
Yeah, Captain, that's a great one. Deep-fried mushroom ice cream is
What about
good.
the burns? What
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hell? She's using
This-
some candles or some witchy stuff.
Some witchy ass shit over there, but that basically, Captain Megan is saying, if you're not doing the foreplay and you're not getting it all warmed up, you're gonna get burnt.
Is that what you interpreted that?
That's exactly
I
what
interpreted she's using some candle wax.
You think what? I bet she's constantly. I feel like she's lighting candles all the time.
Lighting the candles and burning the wax and.
She's
Remember
burning.
that happened to you once?
Yeah,
You did it.
I love that you say this like you were like they're observing
Told
my
me
sexual.
about this.
Yeah, I do remember who it was with. Yeah, we had a
Somebody
massage candle. She fucking took that massage oil that was burning as fucking whipped it at my chest way too much.
I do that all the time.
Oh, we just got our live
Already taken down?
taken down. Will be restored on March 11th. Oops. All right, we're down one.
So much for,
one
so much
platform.
for TikTok.
Okay, let's keep going. Denise says, love this question. Definitely not vanilla.
Thank you, Denise.
I think I'm Moose Trex, which has vanilla ice cream as a base, but peanut butter cups mixed in as well as hot chocolate fudge. Ooh. Ooh. I like that.
That's a very descriptive, but she didn't
You
say why.
start with vanilla. You add in those peanut butter cups, which we've talked about.
Oh, yes, we've talked
Smooth
about it.
and fill in.
But people are not explaining why.
Okay. How about this one? Haley says, sex in my soon-to-be former marriage came in 2 varieties. Okay, so they're going through a little separation.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, pickles and ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
The ex has a pregnancy fetish.
That's interesting.
Pickles and ice cream maybe is like
It's a known thing that women, when they're pregnant, have like a taste cravings for pickle and ice cream.
Is that real?
Yes. I had cravings for weird things. I had cravings for lobster. Wasn't a cheap craving.
Yeah.
And guacamole.
Guacamole was me.
Your sister was the expensive lobster.
It is hilarious, but what? So I don't. Most people crave pickles and ice cream.
It's just like a known little idiom.
Literally never heard that in my life. She also says, or the astronaut ice cream, theoretically in the ice cream category, but without any of the features that make ice cream worth having.
Huh.
Now I look forward to trying lots of different flavors. Ooh,
Haley's gonna.
Green pastures.
Yeah, you're gonna try that peanut butter chocolate chip. You're gonna try it all.
You're trying that moose tracks. You're trying the deep fried mushroom.
What about the bourbon?
You're trying, ooh, that elder statesman bourbon.
That's elder statesman Tom and his bourbon.
All right, should we do a couple more and wrap it up?
All right.
I like a Mexican fruit salad with tajin, chamoy lime, sweet, spicy, a little sour at times, always juicy, delicious, and often unexpected. Amanda, this is someone I don't even know you, but I would like to have sex with you.
Oh my God.
That sounds like
Hello,
very
Amanda.
fun. That's not Mexican fruit salad with tajin.
I didn't really go for that.
You're not. I know you never like that shit.
I don't like the weird fruits.
I love that shit.
I do like good blueberries, raspberry, blackberry, but I'm not into the whatever that
Okay, but
fruit salad is.
think about it in terms of sex.
All right.
We're talking sweet. We're talking spicy. We're talking a little sour at times. It gives you that mouth a little,
Oh my God.
a little tart taste.
Tart taste. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
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 just rolled her eyes.
I know exactly what you're talking
Okay.
about. Again. No,
All right.
I do not. I don't like fruit, weird fruit. I like fruit, pure fruit. I don't like any of that salad taste of, no, whatever you.
All right, final one is from Lisa, your fave. You ready for this, mother?
She's not my favorite. She just seems to align with me pretty often.
You're always talking about how much you enjoy Lisa. Lisa says, probably like a chocolate cinnamon latte.
I agree.
See, you agree. I definitely am not vanilla, and my guy is a delicious chocolate brown. I like some spice and adventure, hence the cinnamon. I have a pretty high sex drive, so throw in the sex drive on caffeine.
Ooh, a little caffeinated.
She's going.
She's going.
Like
Lisa.
the Energizer Bunny.
Well,
My friend just went and he went on a family vacation to like a farm, and he said they were breeding rabbits,
it's
and
the
they were
cutest thing I've
literally,
ever heard.
they were literally fucking. You would watch these rabbits fucking all day, and they would just
Fucking like a little
fuck like
rabbit.
rabbits.
I feel like a guy that fuck like that.
And then afterwards, after
They just get up and leave.
they just fall down, like completely collapse afterwards.
They get exhausted from it.
Yeah. It's not too
They're
different.
doing it bunny style.
Yeah. Bunny style.
I was at the dog park the other day. I saw 2 dogs. They were definitely going at it.
Does
I
it get you
took a
in the-
video of it.
Does it get you in the mood when you see animals fucking?
No, but I remember reading about a horse. A horse that they had, you know, in order to breed horses, you have to bring in another horse to like stimulate the first horse. I just
Yeah,
thought that was
it
very
usually
erotic.
requires 2 fucking animals to fuck.
No, jealous of. Laughing over here. I'm saying it was a different horse. It was like a fluffer horse.
And then they fuck the different horse.
And then they bring in the big stallion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, why not just put them together and call it a day?
Because I guess the mare has to be ready and willing and able.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
So that kind of got me all revved up.
It got you revved up?
Reading that? Oh yeah. I think it was Philip Roth. I forgot who. I can't remember who. If you guys remember who that was, please put it in the comment section.
Who the fuck is gonna remember that, Mom?
someone that's my age, you can't remember shit.
It was a
Remember
fictional story.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you to all of you guys. We got a lot of responses over here. It was a fun question. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for suggesting that, Mother.
I never get any positive reinforcement from you.
Let me set the record straight. That was a brilliant question, Mother.
Brilliant.
You led to some very creative answers, and to those who just tuned in, thank you, because that was a lot of fun.
And those of you who are first-time listeners, I rarely get compliments like this, so that was pretty good.
310-356.
3920. Just so you guys know, all you gotta do is text us hi, something very simple, and then you'll be on our text chain. Once a week, you'll get a text from us saying the question of the week, and then you can participate. It's a lot of fun.
Did you add a new section to this?
Yes, I did.
What is the new segment of the week, Mother?
The new segment of
She's really blindsiding me right now because this was never discussed ahead of time,
is,
and we're gonna find out what the fuck this is.
well, I noticed that we keep getting like different people saying you look like so-and-so. Like one person said you look like Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Not fuck. Who said that?
In our past, we've heard this.
Let me tell you something. We actually got a text. I don't know if you saw this. You didn't see this, but I put. What the hell did you add to this document? You added a lot of shit to this document. What the hell?
I'm very.
All right, I'll let you lead. But this does come up with Raylene texted out of the blue. P.S. Cam doesn't look like Lin-Manuel Miranda. He's ugly. Cam is a cutie pie. Now I understand why he is insulted.
Well, that was
Thank
very
you
nice of
fucking very much, Raylene.
Cam is a cutie pie. You're so happy right now.
If any compliment saying I don't look like Lin-Manuel is a major ego boost.
Wouldn't you want to have his money?
I don't give a fuck.
Well, I thought of this because, wait, hold it. New section, celebs look like, oh, you got a lot of people saying you look like Andrew Schultz.
I know. Do you know who that is?
So that's why I came up with this new section of the week called Celebrities We Don't Look Like.
Thank you.
I looked up who Andrew Schultz was.
You don't think I look like him?
No, I don't think so. I think you better look into that comedian.
He's a podcaster. A lot of people were saying I look like a washed up Andrew Schultz. A not as funny Andrew Schultz.
That's
Why is
not
it all these adjectives ahead of time? You just stop at Andrew Schultz and that'll be fine, okay? He's a fine looking guy.
Alright.
Did you think he was a cutie or no?
I think you're better looking.
I think, honestly, I think I look better
You're
than him too.
definitely better looking than him.
Also, he says some,
Not so cool things.
I'm actually, I haven't seen enough of his stuff, so I don't know.
Well, they didn't say you act like him or perform like him, they just said you look like him.
Yeah. He's a very successful podcaster, so I'll take it.
Oh, okay. I am apparently looking very much like Sarah J., who we've had on the show, who, the good thing is that she was born in 1977, so
That is
she's
good.
way younger than me.
Yeah.
The bad thing is that she's, not that there's anything wrong with her, but she's a porn star, and I'm wondering, why am I always being equated to different porn stars? No one ever
A
said
lot of
I
people
look
are
like.
imagining you with your clothes on, I think is what's happening here.
No, it's obviously a facial thing.
It's a facial thing?
Yeah, first it was
Sounds
Nina
like a fun
Hartley,
thing.
then it was, I forgot the other one, another porn star, and then now it's Sarah J. lately.
Yeah,
A lot of Sarah J's.
a lot of Sarah
I didn't
J.
ask who I look like, and this is what I get.
Yeah. Are you offended by this? Are you?
No, Sarah's a doll, but I don't think we look alike.
You know her.
I do know her.
I know her.
I've met her several times.
Yeah.
And we've interviewed her a couple times. But I don't think I look like her. I'm just wondering why people always equate me to porn stars.
I don't know. I would love to be equated to porn stars. If anyone is any porn stars that they think I look like, please leave it in the
Except what if
comments.
they said you look like someone like Ron Jeremy?
Not good.
Not good.
But that's probably the only ugly ass porn star I know of.
I'm sure.
Do you know any other?
I'm sure there are other ones.
Because they look for penis size. They're not looking for
Exactly.
the looks.
Yeah.
They're looking for a good bod. They would chop off the head if they could. What?
Well,
Is that the end of the segment of?
That was it.
That was celebs we don't look like.
Yes.
All right, thank you
You
for
like
adding that
That's
segment, Mother.
A new segment.
I love that. That's really lovely.
So what's been going on in your life other than that? You told me not to look at the documents.
Okay, so I went to a party. I have a friend who's kind of an influencer. He's in with like the top YouTubers. Okay, so I went to this party. It was very interesting.
Were we on this podcast?
I don't know. We were not, and I want to keep
Oh.
everything anonymous. So
Okay.
please
So
do
I'm
not
gonna
ask for
you
any
other
identifiers.
questions. Okay.
Anyway, I went to this party, a lot of influencers around, and everyone was trying to like look cool. You know, it's a scene, you know. And
Well, just out of curiosity, what were you wearing?
I was dressed like in a suit actually.
Oh.
Yeah,
Why was it? Because it was a fancy party?
yeah. It was a little cocktail attire party. So everyone's like dressed up, trying to look cool. Everyone's making content, and I look down and I see. It looks like there's shit on the floor.
No.
And I look out. No
It's
way did
disgusting.
someone shit on the floor over there.
No. Nobody probably shit on the floor. Probably someone like didn't realize that they shit and it was hooked onto their like dress or underwear.
So I'm like, maybe it's just chocolate, but like, there's no chocolate. There's not really any chocolate around. So like, where the fuck is this shit coming from?
It's so
And then I
gross.
turn to this other guy, and I'm like, is that what do you think that is? And he goes, without even saying anything, he goes and grabs a napkin, puts it on the fucking shit, puts it up to his nose and sniffs it. He goes, yeah, that's shit.
Ew!
That's shit. He identifies it as shit.
We don't know if it's dog shit or people shit either.
I have no clue if it was someone who shat their pants and it just fell out the end of their dress or their pants or whatever the fuck it was, and then onto the floor and it got kicked around on the dance floor.
This is the most terrifying thing that could happen to me.
Yeah, sharding or something, and you end up with shit on the floor.
Or did you wipe yourself and you pull your pants up, and next thing you know, there it is on the
You're
floor?
and people are just dancing. People are trying to get down, like sliding on the dance floor and shit like that. And there's literally shit on the floor.
Besides the piece that the guy picked up?
It wasn't just a piece. It was smeared throughout the floor. It's disgusting.
Did it smell?
Yeah, my brother was there, and he was going, man, what smells like shit? I looked down, I go, maybe it's shit. I couldn't believe
So
it.
revolting.
Someone had shit on the floor, or there was a dog that shit and someone
Was
dragged
there a
it in.
dog at the party?
No dogs at the party. What would you do if you saw shit on the floor? Would you take a nap and go smell it to identify if it was actually shit?
Hell no.
It's
Are you
disgusting.
kidding? I think I'd probably have to leave the party.
It was a gnarly moment.
That is like a nightmare to me, that like I'll be at the pool, for example, I just, when I was on vacation recently, I went to the pool for the day, and before I did, my friend says, oh, try my son's gourmet figs. You're gonna
Ooh,
love that.
yeah.
I tried a quarter of one little tiny fig, could not get off the toilet. It was like a
Oh.
instant, and then I kept thinking to myself, what if I don't like wipe myself enough and end up in the pool and it ends up like a Caddyshack moment where there's like a,
Yeah.
I was so paranoid,
You couldn't go swimming because you thought you were gonna shit yourself?
I just was not sure if at the end of the bathroom that I had made sure that everything was cleaned up. I was
Oh.
terrified.
Disgusting.
Has that ever happened to you?
Have I shit in the pool?
No, that you ever shat and you're not sure that you made it,
Sharded?
I think I'm gonna start using wipes.
Yeah, you should.
No, nobody uses wipes anymore.
Why don't we use some wipes? Why don't we use some bidets?
I loved having a bidet.
Yeah.
My boyfriend Dee's did not like having a bidet. I begged him, just try it one time, so I thought it was so cool that we have a bidet.
Yeah.
I guess he just turned the one hot water on and sat down and it just immediately
Scald
burned
his
his
ass.
ass and
No.
he leaped up and he was, oh my God, he was angry at me for making him do that.
Speaking of bathrooms, I've got an ant infestation
Still?
that has not left the bathroom. It's not good. I had an exterminator come out. Exterminator was hilarious. He drops off some traps. He walks in, he goes, how'd the traps do? I said, yeah, I think they did the job. And he started laughing like,
He's a jolly exterminator.
delighted that these ants are dying. I was feeling horrible.
He's
This guy
evil,
is having the
evil,
time of his life.
Evil.
Then he
evil.
he puts like this little like gel to kill them off. Inside he would keep going, come and get it, come and get it. You made me feel much better about killing the ants, honestly.
Because he's like the demented exterminator.
He's not demented. But he did say, on his way out, he had just sprayed a bunch of shit outside the house. I said, do I need to avoid this area for a bit? He goes, oh no, I've been around this spray all my life. Look at me. I'm fine. You're gonna end up like me.
Oh my God.
I'm like, Jesus
You
Christ.
look like someone that's demented.
Why do you keep calling it demented?
That laugh sounded demented.
He was maniacal about the killings. Anyway, those are my 2 life updates. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna
I don't know how you can
have someone over when I have shit all
Well, you better not-
when I have ants all over the place.
Better hope that she doesn't have to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. We'll have to use a different bathroom or something.
Can we talk about the white elephant in the room?
What is it?
When you took me to get my EMG.
Why is that the first of all, it's not white elephant.
Pink elephant?
I don't know what the
The
fuck
white elephant.
It's just usually the elephant in the room. It's not a
Oh.
white elephant.
Oh, right. Purple elephant, whatever.
But the white elephant is like a gift giving thing that you do on Christmas.
No, it isn't. It's like when you say something like, oh, let's talk about something we're not talking about.
No. All right. What's the fucking white elephant, Mom?
When you took me to get my EMG.
EMG? You say it like everyone knows what EMG is?
It's short for electromagnetic something. I don't know what the G stands for.
Okay.
It's short for I'm going to do the most painful thing that you've ever experienced in your life to you, and you're gonna love it.
Yeah, you were getting stimulated in certain ways.
So, for those of you who don't know, I needed to get an EMG.
Mm-hmm.
My son Cam volunteered.
My son Cam, that's me.
You volunteered to take me, which was very sweet.
Yeah.
What did I look like after I took the 5 milligram Valium?
Like you were flying high.
I was fine. I was feeling like the days of the Quaaludes were back.
You were talking to every single fucking person. You were just completely out of it.
Yeah.
I think you were trying to put on a comedy show for the doctor for some reason.
When you do it for all the doctors. I found a way to get doctors to say the things that you want them to say.
What kind of things do you want?
You endear them so much that they can't give you any bad news.
But what you want them to give you an honest answer? Why are you trying
No, I do not. I like living in my la land that I am.
So why bother going to the doctor?
I don't know because I felt like I had to do this, but as you know, I opted out for part 2. So part 1 is they're gonna stick you with little electrodes all over your arm, and you're gonna love it. It's like a staple gun in your arm in different places. It's horrifying. That was part 1, and I think I did pretty well.
You did. You did. You were getting electrocuted and you were fine with it.
Yes. Part 2 is like she goes, now for the hard part. The hard part is when you stick a needle in and then you swirl that needle around until
It looked
you're
horrible.
writhing in pain. I'm like,
It looked fucking awful.
what the hell are you out of your goddamn mind? I'm not doing that. And she's like, well, let's see. Did she say let's just see what happens, or I'll stop whenever you want to stop?
Mm-hmm.
So she puts it in there. She swirls it around. I'm in excruciating pain. I'm like, we're done here.
We're done.
We're done. Is there anything more that
You sobered up real quick after that one.
Yeah, that Valium didn't do shit. And I took Advil too. None of that stuff works when someone's sticking a needle in a
And then
Why, if I'm already dealing with pain in my arm, do I need to get more pain?
Here's what I remember from this experience. So after the doctor's appointment where you were putting on a whole clown show for the doctor, we went and met up with my bookkeeper.
By the way, I hugged the doctor when we were done.
Yeah, you definitely did. And we're on the other side of town, and it's like an hour away from my home. So, and my bookkeeper happened to be visiting town for them. So I scheduled an appointment to meet with her. And you and I had discussed that we're gonna go to meet her at this cafe. I'm gonna sit with her, and you're gonna sit by yourself. You're gonna do your own thing.
I never, ever agreed to that.
You 100% agreed to that.
When I was on Valium, I agreed to that.
Before Valium, when you were
Valium.
sober.
Well, I'm not about to sit by myself.
So when
Like a wallflower.
Valium comes around, you're sitting with us, sitting pretty, high as a kite, with me in a business meeting. You're talking nonsense the whole goddamn time.
From what I remember, she's a very nice bookkeeper.
She's a wonderful bookkeeper. We talked very little business because you were fucking blabbing.
Well, why were you bookending me? You told me you were going to take me out of this thing. First we had to film a podcast. Then we had to go get my arm, like,
Mutilated.
tortured. And then you decided to bring me to somewhere where I can't even eat with you.
Well, you ate with us.
Well, that's right, I ate with you.
It was fine. It was just goofy to take a business meeting with my mother who was on drugs.
Well, speaking of drugs, let me tell you something. I have a guy in my next door neighbor. My next door neighbor in my building.
Yeah.
I live in a nice building. Most of the people are different ages. I have like a 40-year-old immature child living next to me.
Oh God.
And every night for the past 3 nights, he decides to have raging parties.
Raging.
Starting at like 4 a.m.
Oh, fuck
And you
that.
can imagine how many times I have to call security.
It's like a frat house over there.
I told the security guy that. I
It's a
said-
frat house?
I said, I live in a fraternity except I don't have Quaaludes.
Not good.
That's exactly what I
What's
texted.
doing the Quaaludes?
That's what I texted him. Because that's what it felt like.
Unbelievable.
So, I've had 3 drug experiences.
Are you
well,
calling the
that
cops
wasn't-
or are you just calling the front desk on this?
Well, they suggested that I call the cops next time.
Are you gonna call the cops?
I can't.
Why?
I can't do that.
Why?
It's my next door neighbor. I don't want to call the cops on him.
Well, why isn't he turning his shit down?
Because he's an inconsiderate piece of shit.
Alright.
Anyway,
Maybe you can have a conversation with him.
maybe I'm not going to do that. I'm going to continue to live in my fraternity without Quaaludes life.
Okay. Anything else in your life that you wanted to share?
I was going to share a spiritual thing, but I can save that for a different.
Maybe say that for a different episode.
I'm going to save it for a different. That means that you guys have to continue to listen to this podcast if you want to hear a very freaky, spiritual, crazy ass experience that I had.
Someone, JC writes, she can't call the cops because of her name.
That's right. I can't be a Karen.
You can't be a Karen.
But believe me, I've been a Karen every time. I mean, I called twice. How, when somebody asks you at 4 in the morning to turn the music down and to stop being loud, you just go ahead and double down and turn it back up again after he leaves?
Oh, I have Mom.
What?
What segment would you like to go into next? Dale, you can cut this out for a second.
We can do this segment on Mom's News, if you would like.
What are all these comments about me looking like Andrew Schultz?
I told you about it. We already covered
All right.
that. But there were other comments there that I would like to do for hit on it. Let's do hit on our shit.
Okay. We got about,
5 minutes?
yeah.
All right, let's just do hit on our shit and call it a day.
It's time for Hit On or Shit On. This is the segment where we take your comments and determine whether they are a hit on or a shit on. What do we got this week, Mother?
Joe Johnson says, here's my list. This is about older women, what to do with them. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here's my list. 1, nursing home. You can really meet plenty of old women here who have their own
Pad.
Or they have their own pad. Number 2, a cemetery. You can meet many older women who are visiting their deceased husband. Number 3, beauty parlors. Many women have their hair dyed to cover up the gray. Do you think that's a hit on or a shit on from Joe Johnson?
I don't, it sounds like he's trying to give you places to meet older women. So that would be a hit on. There's things that he's telling you to do though, not the kindest.
What a fucking dick!
Why is he a dick?
Was he? First of all, he's obviously trying to be funny, which he was not funny. And second of all, like, all older women are ready for the grave. I mean, what is that?
That is not the nicest thing.
It was a bullshit thing to say.
But he didn't say they're ready for the grave. He said you can meet many older women who
All
are
right, well,
visiting their
that's what he's
deceased
telling.
husbands. If anything, maybe he's saying that, you know, women tend to live longer than men. I'm looking at the bright side.
You are looking at the bright side. How about this one from Liberty Prime? Bro, if that's actually your mom, I hope I never see a clip from your channel again.
It's a shit on.
I mean, why?
It's not good. I wouldn't say that's a compliment about the work that we put in over the past 7
We
years.
put it in work, and no one asked him to comment. No one asked him to watch our show. Why is he watching the show and then making a rude comment? That's what I'd like to know. If you, Liberty Prime, if you have nothing to say, my mother told me this, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, and that was one that you could have kept to yourself.
Fucking schooled, Liberty Prime. Liberty Prime is done. You have any others, or is that the end, Mother?
I think that was, I mean, I think that was almost at the end, Mario.
I had one that was from Jeff who said, sex talk with my mom? I have a question for Mom. KarenLee? Karen, are you single?
A lot of people ask if I'm single.
Yeah. You think that's a hit on or a shit on?
It's a hit on.
And do you have an answer for them?
I'm not single as I know it. I just celebrated my 15-year anniversary.
What do you mean, as you know it?
Well, single meaning, do I have a significant other, or single meaning, do I have a ring on my finger, or single?
No, single is not, they're not talking about tax terms. They're talking about, are you taken by someone?
I'm taken.
She's taken, she's a taken woman.
I'm taken. I would like to say something about your birthday.
Yeah.
I love you very much. I've seen you develop into a fine young man.
Thank you, Mother.
And I hope that everybody sends birthday wishes to my son Cam, even though it might be 2 weeks later.
Thank you.
But you have really, you know what I love about you? You're always self-improving.
Thank you, Mother.
And you're always willing to do the thoughtful thing.
Thank you. Is this birthday talk with my mom right now?
Except for when I'm trying to be nice to you and you act snarky at me.
I just didn't see this coming.
I'm sorry, but I'm very emotional right now.
She's getting emotional. Thank you for all the sweet words, Mom.
I only hope most people out there have the same relationship that we have. We talk openly about things that most people don't talk about.
I agree. Do you want to do Mom's News? It seems highly relevant.
All right, let's do Mom's News.
Mom's News! Mom's News! Mom's News is a segment of the show where my mother shares earth-shattering, groundbreaking, need-to-know info. What do we got this week?
Where is that? Where did you put it? What page did you put it on?
It's underneath this.
Where?
There it is.
I believe you sent this to me,
Yeah, it was in newsletter that I got.
and it's kind of disappointing for me,
I'm sorry.
because I have been talking nonstop for the last, how many years? 7 years?
Yeah, definitely.
And even went to one of your ex-girlfriends to manufacture this.
Yeah,
It is taking your electric toothbrush and making it into a vibrator.
yeah, you have been talking about this for years. What's the news around it, Mom?
Apparently it says, wait, you can use your electric toothbrush as a sex toy, isn't that unhygienic? Does anyone really do that? Well, the answers are yes, not if you do it right, and yes.
Look at that. Someone
Someone
has stolen
my idea.
your idea. Erosia.
Erosia has stolen my idea. You know, a lot of people have great ideas, but very few people can make them happen. You, although it's your birthday, I hate to say this, you're the one who squashed my dreams.
What the fuck? Why?
Because your ex-girlfriend was gonna make it and you kinda like poo-pooed it.
What?
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking that.
You squashed my dream of making electronic toothbrush.
I'm so sorry.
This is the reason I thought it would be such a great idea.
Well,
I thought it would be a
well-
great idea because this person should use my idea. If they're gonna do it, they didn't do it right. I wasn't thinking of something that you insert inside you. I was not thinking of that kind of dildo. I was thinking of one that just for external clit stimulating and just take the top off, put a new top on,
That's exactly what they made.
and then you don't, and I'm so freaking pissed. And what I love about it is that you don't have to worry about batteries because it's it's a rechargeable toothbrush.
Well, how about this? We'll try to become affiliates of this company, and we'll give you guys a link so that you can make your electric toothbrushes.
It'll be on our Patreon page too. If you wanna join us on Patreon, it's patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom.
That's right.
So yeah, I was a little disappointed in that, but, same thing with my glow-in-the-dark pacifier. If I didn't do it, someone else is gonna do it.
And they did it.
Some major company's gonna do that, and they did it.
Yeah,
But
pretty
it will
smart.
never be as good as mine,
That's right.
in my mind.
Yeah. Well, Mother, I mean, we didn't have time for Cam's uppers this week.
Would you like to give us a quick update? A quick upper?
I'll give you a quick upper. 'Cause,
Seeing that it's
people
your
are
birthday.
probably, people are tuning in mainly for this segment, so I figure why not give
I'm
them
sure.
people what they want.
Everyone's tuning in for that Cam's Upper segment.
Guys, it's time to pour that bourbon. It's time to mix up those moose tracks. It's time for Cam's Uppers is the place to be.
Oh, living is the life for me.
It's Cam's Uppers, the segment of the show where I share something near and dear to my heart, something that my mother typically finds
Boring.
or
Dull. Fantastic.
fantastic. Here's something fantastic for you, Mother. I've been reading a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. Every week it's a new self-help book. But this self-help book, first of all, you can listen to it free on Spotify, FYI. Yeah, you just search for How to Win Friends and Influence People, and you'll get this very old man reading to you this story about how to make your life better. I'll give you the cliff notes, though. People want to feel valued. That's kind of why we do all the things that we do in our life. To feel love, connection, to feel valued, right? And so he goes through a bunch of different ways to go about doing this.
It's a salesman.
Remembering their name, making them feel important, complimenting them, making...
Is this what you were trying to do to me? So you're bullshitting me
with your question? I think you're going to see a lot of compliments coming from me these days, Mother. And they're going to be authentic.
Oh.
Yeah, it is true. I think
I'm
that
gonna
was
do
a
the
brilliant
same
idea.
for you.
Yeah?
Yeah, Joseph, what about you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said, Joseph is our producer
What
over
would you
at
say?
Dr. Self Tapes.
A little shout out to Dr. Self Tapes for
Dr.
creating
Self
such a
Tapes.
wonderful studio where we can come record easily with joy, make it a very comfy home over here with high quality that you can watch on YouTube.
It's run by twin brothers, which I never can tell from the other or who's who.
It's Dr. Self Tapes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Dr. Self.
All right, so that's Cam's uppers. It applies to business, it applies to dating. If you want to attract people to you, make them feel like they're special.
I think you do that.
You think I do that?
And that's one of the highest compliments. Why are you laughing?
I know exactly where your mind is going.
What am I going to say?
I know what you're gonna say. Say it.
And back when I was in school, people used to say, you know what's so great about you? You make me feel like I'm very special.
That's it.
So I can write the goddamn book. It's another thing I should have done.
You should have written.
I should have written
How to Win Friends and
influence people.
On that note, I want to thank all of you sneaky freaks who make us feel very valued by taking the time to listen to this podcast. It's no easy endeavor to make this thing. It requires a lot of vulnerability and fucking time and effort and money. And your listening, your patronage on Patreon, those are what keep us going.
And if you use our links, then any of the ads that we place here, we hear back that you guys have been appreciating and buying the stuff that we talk about. Because we don't talk about anything that we're not pulling in favor.
Right, and then they'll keep renewing it, and then we can get a little more cash from the advertisements. So thank you to all those who use our ad links. And if you would like to join our Patreon family, join us at patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom. Shout out to all the sneaky freaks that we recently had a little live chat with. It was very fun.
It's so fun. We love our Sneaky Freak live Zoom calls.
We do love them.
And another way is just go to rate this podcast.
.com/mom.
.com/mom. And
Leave us a rating and review.
Yep.
All right, we love you guys.
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and picking a little ice cream flavory.
Ice cream flavory.
Okay,
Hey,
not one of my better ones.
no, it wasn't. It was not.
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and a happy birthday to KarenLee.
There we go.
All right.
That's how we should end it. Thank you for that. All right, love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.
I love you, birthday boy.
Love you too much. And that's a wrap on this episode.
Hope you guys liked
We
it.
have some ads to record, but I think we're gonna take our live stream off the air. So thank you for.
Why? Let them watch the ads.
No.
It's interesting.
Nah.
Okay.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Tune into other socials, and hopefully we'll be back on TikTok again on March 11th.
Yeah.
What do you call these random dates to put us back on?
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. All right, thank you for tuning in. We'll keep it rolling. We're good to keep going?
Just keep it going.
Let's keep it going.
I heard some laughter in the background.
That was
over
some
there.
good stuff right there.
Okay.